All right, congratulations for joining. On this video, I'm going to first show you through the tool really quickly just to see the main features that you can utilize for your agency. And then we're going to go through how to actually reduce 80% of your project completion time using our tool. In order for us to do this, we first need to understand where is the problem and what is causing it. And then I can show you exactly how to fix that. More than that, not only to tell you how to fix it, and not even the fact that we created a tool that will allow you to systemize the work fully, we also created the resources to help you implement this within your agency. So below this video, you're gonna find swipe files for the biggest 3 bottlenecks of delivering a website project. And you just need to send these to your clients, follow up and follow through. That is the key to the whole thing, because we need to implement a system. In most cases where there isn't a system, then we have to be persistent and we have to get the client on board with us. It needs to be on our side as we're going through this project. So let's first start with your dashboard. This is where you're going to see all of the websites that are connected to your license. And as you're going to add more websites, and they're all going to be listed on here, which gives you a centralized environment to manage all of your projects from one place. All of the communications are automatically synced between the different websites and our dashboard. Now, the goal of this platform is super simple. Just get it to green. As you can see, this project is done. This website has the green check on it. We have 4 pending tasks on this one. This one is done, this one is done, and this one has 158 tasks. Let's click through and see what needs doing on here. As I click through, it's going to take me directly to that website and list all of the tasks that are happening on this particular site. And you can see that I'm gaining my focus just by looking at this view, that I would like you to compare this to your inbox from Gmail or Outlook or whatever. And only that here, every message is already nested based on the websites, and soon even based on clients to identify based on their emails. So I can actually decide to work on this website, finish the 16 tasks, and only then tackle the next project at hand, instead of jumping around. And you know how our days sometimes get really jumbled by bouncing between different websites. So here you get order and a systematic workflow to your day. And this is your inbox. Let's go back to our demo site in here to see a task. Please replace this image with this one. What are they talking about? We have it marked right here. This is an automated screenshot that was generated for the client as they left this message. All I need to do is either reply back here, sure, on it, or even click on this button that will take me directly to that website, log me in, and scroll down to see where the task is. In this case, it's right here close to the top. And we can even see the image that was provided by the client that is now, they uploaded it directly into the media folder, which means, again, you don't need Dropbox for managing all of those files. This is all part of the problem, jumping around and having a fragmented experience. So now we're on the website itself. Here, it's super simple. Click the plus icon and choose any element on the website to leave a comment where the problem is. This one sentence is how you train your client. Please click the plus icon, choose any element on the page to leave a comment where the problem or request is. So for example, let's change this. Right? Change this text to this. Now you have everything that you need. You also get the screen size of the user, you get the browser version, and of course, who created this. A picture will be automatically taken if this is turned on from the restrictions, which I'm not gonna go through right now. But also, lastly, we have our sidebar where you can see a snapshot of all of the tasks that are created on this page, but also on this entire website, as well as on the backend, because everything that you see can also be done on the backend. If you want to train clients on how to use Yoast, or the new reports screens by WooCommerce, or any new additional or any custom fields that you're adding to the backend, just create those stickers to tell them what's up, and they can also reach you and ask you questions. Going back to the Pro dashboard, you can see that on this particular website, I have loads of tasks, 158 open tasks. Altogether, I have 262 tasks, which can be overwhelming. So that's why we have our boards. If we're going to click through, it's going to recognize that I was on this particular task and pop it open for me. There we go. I'm just going to close it down for now. And we have our boards that automatically list all of the requests from open until completed. And again, the whole thing is just get it from this side to this side. If this is also too much, we also can view tasks based on their urgency and then tackle them based on the critical first and going all the way to the low. But to manage a task, you just need to drag it to the correct place. Now I'm going to work on this one, change this text to whatever. This is the task that we just created together on the website itself. And you can even see that I moved it from open. Now there's loads more to see on here, but I'm gonna just stick to that and I'm gonna let you explore. There's also an extensive documentation for everything that you need to learn, as well as our WP Feedback Mastery course that within an hour and a half is going to go through each one of the close to 100 different features that our platform offers in order for us to systemize your work as you're building websites for clients. So please check that out. But now I'm actually gonna go through to the implementation part of this. In order for us to remove those 80% out of our project, the dead time, the back and forth with the clients, the time that it actually takes to explain and get on the same page as them, we need to understand what are those bottlenecks. So let me pull up my screen here. All right, so here we can see the components of a website project. We explored thousands of projects that are running through our system to see what is the standard path that users take, as well as what is the most efficient way to deliver a project from start to finish. And you can see that we have all of the components that you probably have within your projects right now. If not, you're probably missing this one or this one. But in most cases, these are the ones that you want to have in order for you to have a smooth transaction of the project delivery process. So from the proposal that got signed, we are going to the discovery. And after that, we have the architecture, which is the site mapping of the platform, of the project itself. Then we're going to wireframe the whole thing or prototype it. And then we're actually going to build this after the client approved it, of course. Then we're going to have a couple of revision rounds on this step. And once we launch, we move on to our care plans to support, to generate recurring revenue and stability within the business. For each one of these points, we also have our client touch point. And I want to show you how you can use WP Feedback Pro to utilize from this onwards everything that you need to do, which means that you're not leaving the platform, you're not using any other tool, you're just using the client. And the client is just using their own website, what they bought, allowing them to finally wear the shoes that they paid for, which means that they're going to be coming back for more because they get familiar and inspired by the platform and the possibilities, the endless possibilities of WordPress. So when it comes to the architecture, the sitemap, let's see how that looks. You can see that I created a basic page on the client's website, what will become the client's website, and with their logo, just a little bit of a title in here. And then I have this little visual sitemap that was created here. How was this done? Through a free plugin that is called Slick Sitemap. And you can download it directly from the WordPress repository in order for you to actually list out all of the pages from the website using the menus, the WordPress menus, and show them visually. What it does, it gives the client the confidence as to what we're actually doing, and it's going to flush out all of those things that you didn't consider or you didn't think about or the client failed to mention as you were going through the discovery process. And the instruction is super simple. Please click the plus icon and choose any element on the sitemap to leave a comment where the request is. So for example, we might get something that says we actually have 5 team members, right? Or it might be something that says we also need a booking form that you never realized before, right? And of course, the old famous, can you make the logo bigger, right? Not really here, but just for the fun of it. Or even better, providing you the logo, or let's say this is actually the old logo. And you can just click on this and upload a file to send you the real logo. Right? That's it. That's the site mapping tool. Now, the power of this stage, because it's super simple, you can do it fast. And that comes into the play of how we're actually reducing the project completion from weeks to days. It's by creating momentum within the project, which means that right after the discovery, creating this page is going to take you 10, 15 minutes tops. and then you can straight away send this to the client, starting the project on a positive note. Half an hour after we finish the call, we're already starting to hit the ground running and get going with the project. What it will do is it will signal to the client that okay, now I need to step up as the client and I need to complete my part of this, as opposed to sending them out to collect content, which is what most people do at this stage, telling them it's going to take weeks and we'll talk to you when you're done. And that just kills the project even before it started. So here we have a simple deliverable that we can send out to the client. It gives us the clarity that we need in terms of what pages and sections are we doing. It takes minutes to do, and it builds that momentum with the client. Also, it introduces them to the communication system that you're going to use from this point throughout the project all the way to the ongoing support in a very simple and intuitive way. Now, you can see that I'm logged in, but the client doesn't need to be logged in. You need to look into the guest mode feature in the settings screen that we have of the plugin to allow people to leave comments without being logged in at all, which is perfect during the build. After, when we get to the support, I'll show you what to do. So, going back to our project, we saw the architecture. Now let's look at the wireframes and the prototype. To accommodate the prototyping or wireframing stage, we created templates for all of the major page builders that you can find right on this page, on the order confirmation page for Black Friday. We're giving this to you for free so that you can use that within your projects. What does it do? First of all, it removes yet another platform. A lot of people create wireframes in Adobe, in XD or Photoshop, or using any third-party cloud tools to create those wireframes, which then you export them as images, send them to the client via email. They send you information back if they know how to, and it's a whole mess. But then you still need to create those areas inside WordPress anyway. So we just decided to cut that entire section out of the process by giving you a template that accommodates all of the standard sections of a modern website, and that you can just choose from, create a full-on homepage or contact page or about us page or content area, everything that you actually need from this is already an edited template. I already cleaned out what I didn't need, and now I'm left with a beautiful and basic, very basic homepage, so I can actually approve the layout without any distractions of design. This template is designed to have no design. So it doesn't feel to the client like you're actually presenting the finished product. It is clear that this is a path on the way. Now, another amazing part that happens from this stage is that we can actually collect the content visually and within context. For the first time, you don't need to send out a Google Doc or a Gravity form or a spreadsheet with a listing every title and every H1 to H3 that we're going to have throughout the different pages. That's a mess, and it has no visual representation. When we're making these lists, it might make sense for us because we can visualize how the page looks like. But for clients, that's a major kind of place where they just get lost. But by providing visual representation of what needs to be collected, we can actually gather the content efficiently. So all we need to do, click the plus icon, choose any element on the page to give me the content. So here, you probably have seen this before when you're getting those 3 icons areas. You get like 5 sentences for the first headline, then 2 words for the paragraph. Then you have like 1 word for this one and 5 paragraphs for this one, right? But here, because they can see it, automatically they will match the view on the screen, and they will try to match the length of the content. But if you don't feel confident that your clients know exactly what to do, just sprinkle some instructions. So for example, let me drop a message on this entire block and say, this section is for listing the benefits of your service, of your services, right? So that they know, okay, now I need to think of 3 benefits, and automatically I'm going to match them to this length by saying we're the best in the world. That's 1. And then I'll have another one here that says we're the fastest, right? And so on and so on. And again, every message that is being left in here is automatically synced into your Pro dashboard. So you're getting a clear view of rapid kind of revisioning as you're going through those changes. Now starts the interesting part, the development and design. So all of this process, usually gathering the content, and even I can show it to you here. Gathering the content usually takes from the beginning until the end of the project, if not done properly. Approving the designs starts from the wireframing, if there is a wireframe, or it starts only from the development and design stage, and sometimes it doesn't end. And we're going to tackle this one next as we're talking about development and design. And finally, the third biggest bottleneck in the project is actually getting the information that we need from the client as we're providing ongoing support, so that we don't need to waste time going back to them, asking questions, and taking days to just because of back and forth to fix a request that literally should take seconds. So we saw how to build the architecture, the sitemap. We saw how to build the wireframing with the free templates that we provided for you, as well as how to gather content, which is the biggest pain point. And then we're moving on to the design approval. By the time we're here, the client is already trained on how to communicate with you. You guys remember, probably, right? Click the plus icon and choose any element on the page to leave a comment where the request or problem is. So that's the same thing that we're going to do with the design. So if I'm going to go from my wireframing to the design with the quickest design in the world, boom, there it is. And now I have a clear design here. Let me just refresh the page so I get a clear view, an updated view of everything. And you can see the task that we looked about on before, where let's say the customer requested, the client requested that we'll change this picture, and they're just going to keep on going down here. Now, the cool thing is that because they went through a journey, they saw how the website looks from the bird's eye view, right, with the sitemap, and then they saw the structure. So they saw the wireframing or the blueprints of the website itself. And now we have a website that we can actually understand. We can look at it and see what was done because they've been through the journey. And again, to make any changes, just click the plus icon and leave a comment where the request is. So for example, we need to change this icon. Yeah, 5 words, you get everything that you need. A screenshot, an automated screenshot, the browser version, the screen size of the customer, and you can actually get to work straight away. No back and forth, zero back and forth. Now, one of the biggest hurdles of creating revisions, and you can see we have a revision round here around the wireframes where we're also collecting the content, but also 2 revision rounds here. The third one is just like touches to approve the design. And one of the things is that I see often happens is that there are 3 revision rounds allowed, but there is no definition of what is a revision round. So I would propose that a revision round should be 2 days and a weekend. That's it. Which means that you're delivering a stage on towards Wednesday or Thursday of the week, and the customer has until Monday to do everything that they need. Why 2 days in the weekend? 2 days for those that prefer to work during the week, but we also know that a lot of small business owners take the weekend to work on the business, which is why we're giving them the weekend to complete everything. Everything that you've seen right now can be done on their phone, on their tablet. It doesn't matter. They don't need to sit in front of a computer to actually give you feedback or reach out to you, which means that there are no excuses. You can do it while sitting on the couch on the weekend, watching Netflix, and just leaving you some revisions or providing the content that you need. Again, if we're going to the content with the concept of 2 days and the weekend, same thing, because if we're really thinking about it, a lot of times, because we don't expect the client to deliver the content on time, we give them a very long time span to complete this request. For example, a lot of times it would be like, you have 2 weeks to give me the content. You have 4 weeks to give me the content. By doing that, we're framing this task as a 2 weeks or a 4-week task, and it is not. We know that when you sit down to write copy for a basic website, I'm talking like just as a reference, I'm talking about the basic 5 to 10 pages of portfolio or small business website. To create content for that, no longer than 2 hours. If you know your business, you just write things down as long as you understand what is expected of you. So all they need is 2 hours to do it. So that's why we're going to wrap this into this process. We're not going to make a big deal out of it. It is easy if they know how to do it. And that is the key. We want to make sure that they have the tools to actually move the project along, instead of them needing to identify and learn every time. Do I need to use Google Doc now? Are we using the spreadsheet? Do I need to log into Trello to drag things around? Are we talking via email? And all of this mess is gone. Now they have a proper system that they need to implement. Awesome. So now we finished with the development and design and we are going live. Once the project goes live, this is the perfect opportunity to upgrade the client to an ongoing customer through a paid care plan. And why am I saying that? It's because even if you don't do it, the client will reach out to you anyway, request stuff. So might as well get paid instead of it becoming like an annoying part of your business that, okay, this customer is, because I'm saying this because I know that when I first started, I just wanted to build websites. That's what I enjoyed doing. It didn't stop people from reaching out to me when they had issues with the hosting, even with emails or with the website itself, changing this title, changing that color, and so on. So I would suggest from the beginning, set up care plans. This is actually not only going to create additional revenue for your business, it's going to create stability because this is the bread and butter. You know it's coming every single month. So support care plans. How do we do that? Once the website is launched, and you'll find the swipe file as well below this video. Once the website is launched, we want to invite the client to the website, turn off guest mode, give them the logins so that they can actually use the website, right? Through this process, we're also going to tell them, click on this link, a particular link that I'll show you in a second, from your phone, and save this link to your phone's homepage. That's super easy to do on every device nowadays. What it's going to do is give the client an icon on their phone with their own logo, because that's probably the favicon of their website. So everyone likes stuff with their logos on it. So they can click on that, and now you have a place on their phone, which means no more messages coming from WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger or via email, or scheduling a Zoom call directly on your booking link without you even knowing about this. Everything has a place now, and they're going to click on that icon to engage with you. Let's see what is going to be their experience from their side. So first of all, I need to grab the link. So I'm going to go to the homepage of the new website that was just launched on the permanent domain, click on share, and I'm going to grab this link here that includes a login parameter. Then I'm going to send this link to my client. When they click through, what they will see from their phone is this. I'll take them directly to the website and pop open the login form that we created on here. Now you can white label the plugin, which means that it's going to be your logo. You're the one inviting them to interact with you on their website. So they clicked on their logo from the favicon of the website as they saved it on the phone's homepage, and then when they click through, they are invited from your logins. Of course, after the first time of logging in, the browser will remember their login details, and there it is. We're inside. We can leave comments like we did before with the plus icon, but even better, we can use the general task by opening the sidebar and clicking on here and request everything, even stuff like, can you please send me the invoices from the past 3 months? Right, let's say the customer is sending this to you. So the possibilities are endless, and this is now the only communication platform that you would need to deliver the project from start to finish. Now, some clients are harder to onboard than others. Usually the ones that already gotten used to everything, to the fact that everything goes, are gonna push back. And that is very natural. It's like those kids, if you remember that show Super Nanny, where the kids just have no structure, so they just run amok. And that's what happens with clients that have no systems. They just do whatever they decide to do. They create the systems and they become the alpha of your relationship, which is not the right place to be. As the professional, you always have to be in control over that relationship. So what we did to help you get started, we created swipe files for the major 3 bottlenecks of delivering a project. What I would like you to do is download the relevant swipe file for a project that already got stuck, or a customer that you're working with right now. Download those and send this over to them. Of course, you can change it and make it your own. This is a guide for you to make sure that you touch all the points that are important. Now, if they don't comply, you're gonna send the follow-up for this. Once they started, you want to also acknowledge the successes. That's why we have the next steps. Once the client actually gets on board, you want to thank him and congratulate him for moving to this new system that is not only going to save you a lot of time, it's going to save them loads and loads of time, not needing to send in URLs, screenshots, annotated things, back and forth. What screen size are you on? What browser version are you using? All of that is gone from their table as well. So simply download the relevant text files from here and send them to your clients via email, just so that you can get them on board with this. And that's it. After that, no more emails, no more phones, just straight up work. So that's it. I hope that this was informative and you're starting to implement right now. And as you can see, we've gone all out to make sure that you have the smoothest and easiest onboarding as possible, and getting to know our platform and implementing this within your business to, again, remove 80% of the project completion time and really work efficiently for the first time ever. So if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me on our support@wpfeedback.co, or on the bottom right of this page. Oh, it's flipped on the video. You can find a little Vito bot. We call that a little chat bot that you can leave a message over there, and one of my team members is going to reach back to you within hours. Also, I want to make sure that you join our community on Facebook. We have a thriving community on there, and it's a closed group, so you'll find the link again on this page. And join the group again for free, so that you can ask questions for other people, learn from other business owners like yourself what they are doing to deliver projects faster, ask questions if you're having struggles with clients or with our tool. We are there as well, and we're always happy to help. So welcome on board, congratulations, and happy holidays.